So a lot's changed, and Beesources has gotten a really big update. Firstly, it's been simplified a bit. There are now only 9 bees instead of 16, and they're a little more specialized. So you have one for every main resource: iron, gold, copper, coal, diamond, redstone, and you also have your dimensional bees, your nether, and your endstone, and I've added an archaeology bee. Now these all still create flowering azaleas, and the flower loot tables are all exactly the same. The archaeology bee creates a clay flower that drops clay and bricks and various stuff like that, but I've also added a secondary farming element to Beesources. If a bee returns to a full beehive that has an upwards facing barrel underneath it, then it will place flowers and occasionally, very rarely, some other loot into the barrel. It can also drop beeswax and honey, since it requires the beehive to be full. Each flower has a unique purpose. The copper, iron, and gold flowers can all be crafted into their raw metals. Coal flowers can be used as a coal substitute. Redstone flowers can be crafted 1-to-1 into redstone dust. Diamond flowers can be smelted into diamonds. Clay flowers can be used as a clay substitute. Nether flowers can be crafted into netherrack, or crafted with sand to make soul sand, or it can be blasted for 5 entire minutes to become a single piece of ancient debris. End flowers can be crafted in a 2x2 to get endstone, and they can also be smelted to get popped chorus fruit. Archaeology bees also have a chance of collecting ancient honey, which is just a retexture of honey in a clay pot, because I think that's kinda cute. Beesources is also available on Planet Minecraft if you want to give it a download and play test it. Let me know how you like it. I'll leave a link down in the description. Oh yeah, this version of Beesources is also way less laggy than the previous version. I added a data pack that I made ages ago called Stairs and Slabs Make Sense, where stair crafting recipe actually makes sense, and you can also craft slabs back into full blocks. Alright, it wouldn't be a Bex video if we didn't directly address the previous devlog. Well, I have a solution for the Crook, and I've been talking with a couple other data pack devs and game designers, and I've decided on a solution. When it comes down to it, it's really just asking yourself a simple question. Which would you, as a player, rather deal with? Inconsistency and complexity, or just complexity? I'd prefer just complexity, because complexity with inconsistency is way more complex and annoying than just complexity. And since this is technically a mod and I can do off-the-rails things like Beesources, I figure I can break the rules of Minecraft and say that I can in fact add multiple tools that break multiple blocks at one time. And so that's what I've done. So you've already seen the Crook. It can break a whole thing of leaves at once. The timber axe is a new item I've added. If you right-click a tree with it, then it will break that whole line of logs. Now, as a little demonstration, if you have 2 trees right next to each other or a 2-wide tree, then you will need to activate the axe twice. There's also the collection pickaxe, which mines a straight line of blocks in the direction you're looking, and it mines up to 6 blocks. These crafting recipes are going to be refined over time, but the collection pickaxe crafting recipe is this, and the timber axe recipe is this. I've also changed the hammer recipe to be a little more expensive by popular demand. So I have 2 things left to talk about, one of which is alchemy. I don't believe I've shown alchemy before, but if I have, then I just want to go over the changes that I've made to it. First, I've added warped warts, crafted from warped wart blocks. They can be made into warped nether bricks. Blue nether bricks are just a nice blue version of nether bricks, because blue bricks, they look nice. I've also updated the alchemy table UI. This is the old one right here. You put the item you're transforming in the top slot, you put your Philosopher's Stone in this slot, and then you put your additive in this slot, and your output comes out here. I felt that this was pretty limiting, so instead, I did this. This is the new table UI. You put your Philosopher's Stone in this slot, you put your additive, usually a warped wart, in this slot, and then you have 2 slots here that can be used for, that's what I'm having trouble deciding, actually. You see, I don't actually know what exactly alchemy should be used for, or even how it should work in its entirety. I have a lot of the items that I want to include already created. Glowing Obsidian, Philosopher's Stone, the table works, the alchemy tomes that are going to be used for different processes in alchemy, the warped wart for fuel, and even the flasks that apply potion effects to your melee attacks. I have been brainstorming for months, and I cannot, even now, I cannot come up with something to do for alchemy. So I guess I'm just gonna put a pin in it, and it's not gonna be included in the current chopping block version. Hey Bex, what do you mean current? Oh, I mean like, oh, I punched a hole in the floor. By current, I mean that chopping block is gonna finally open up testing here very soon, like this month, hopefully. Now that hopefully comes with a couple asterisks. The first concern is actually recording the video. There are almost 30 data packs that I have to cover to create the guide for chopping block. That's 30 data packs that I have to explain in good enough detail that most people have no questions about how to use or play with the data pack. But then I also have to edit it. And anyone who knows me personally or has talked to me behind the scenes will know that editing is my least favorite part of making these videos. It's not hard, I just don't like doing it. But once I make that guide, I will open up a Discord server that I have for chopping block where there will be a free public alpha download. This isn't beta because beta is meant to be like, oh, you're pretty much testing a final product. No, not at all. This is still subject to change and probably not perfect, probably buggy, but this is going to be a public alpha test that you can download at the Discord server. So if you're interested in playing this data pack, then subscribe and keep an eye out for that video because it will be coming hopefully by the end of this month. It's also only an alpha because there are still more features and data packs that I want to add to chopping block, but the main reason that I am releasing this alpha to the public is because I'm really tired, guy. I've been working on chopping block for like a year now, and it's been like my only data pack project. I've been working on chopping block for longer than I've had the My Name is Bex YouTube channel. And after working on the same project for a year, you start to run out of inspiration and ideas, and you start to set your eyes on other projects and other goals. So once chopping block alpha comes out, I'll be taking a brief, not permanent by any means, a brief break to work on another data pack that I'm really excited to get working on because I've seen a few other things like it, but nothing that are kind of the level that I'm imagining for this next project. I don't want to spoil it though, so I'm not gonna say anything about it. So I know this devlog was really short, but that's because there's genuinely not a whole lot left to do. Like, once these last couple bugs get squashed and I can't think of any other features to get added in, this thing's done for a bit. Obviously not done, but good enough for playtesting for a while. So with that being said, I guess that's the end of this video. It was a really short one, but I mean, there's not a whole lot left to do or say. So thank you all so much for watching. I hope you enjoyed. If you did, make sure to hit that like button, subscribe if you want more content in the future, and comment if you have any suggestions for the data pack. And also, I'm curious what you think my next data pack project is going to be, so leave your guesses in the comments if you have any, because I'm really fascinated to see what you guys think I'm going to be working on next. But thank you all so much for watching. My name is Bex, and I'm out. I'll see you next time. Bye. By the way, I changed my skin to match the new mob vote cape. What do you guys think? What do you guys think? I think it looks really cool. I like it. I like it a lot. I'm gonna change my profile picture to match. Okay, bye guys.